All right. Good morning, everyone. Today is a raining, gloomy day in Columbus, Ohio. I'm actually in Columbus, but anyways, I'm just going to discuss to you guys about something that actually I heard this from um, the Philip Scott show. And it really got my attention. And so I just want to discuss this to all of you guys who's watching online. Um, just tell me, is America still a slavery country? Um, this is something that you should think about long and hard. Um, Now, we already know like the history of, slavery, Atlantic trade slavery and so on and so forth, and how like the Europeans or the British or whoever, but we know like the European country brought the Africans, people who's in Africa, brought them all the way to the United States, um, to work on cotton, to um, basically be more as a trade, a slave trade, or you know, so on and so forth. I mean, we kind of know that through the history, and then also kind of know like dealing with the Jim Crow, the and all the other stuff. But is America is still a slavery country? Um, in my opinion, I would say yes, it is. It's still a slavery country. It's like we just can't own anything. We don't own anything. So I would say financially, yes, we're a slave to the government. All of us are. It's not just black. It's not just black people. It's everyone. It's black, white, Hispanics, whoever. We are all slaves to the government. I might get dinged for this one, but I'm just here stating a few facts. Um, and this is something I did want to discuss to my fiance about, but um, long story short, um, she thought of something else for us to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue with this one. But um, as I can see financially, yes, we are a slave to this country. Like we just can't have freedom to get away with anything that it doesn't cost anything. So I give you one example. Um, let's say you bought a house. You bought, um, yeah, you bought a house. You also bought a property. Um, you know that, and I could say like this country is more like, because I thought it was American dream, but it does feel like it's more of American nightmare. I mean, look at the inflation. I mean, it's off the roof. The food cost is very expensive, especially like the healthy. Because I always want to stay healthy as much as I can, but their healthy food is like twice as much than we can ever afford, and it's like really expensive. Um, Shoot, I'd rather go to a different country and buy food over there than over here, because at least over there it's cheap. But anyways, back onto my conversation. um, you know, this kind of bothers me a little bit. And I just, and from what I see, like for example, you own the house, you own the property, but you still have to pay property taxes on the house or the property that you bought. If you don't buy it, the government can take your house away and actually sell it to somebody else for like, I don't know, 15 grand, 20 grand, all because you didn't pay your property taxes, you know. At least, I found out in my research, if you find like a house in, let's say, in South Africa, and you bought that house, it's yours. You don't have to pay any property taxes or anything. And they can't take that away from you because it's yours. But here in America, it's not yours. Here's another example. Your car. I just bought the car. I already bought the car and everything. However, I still got to pay the license, well, not license, but registration. I gotta still pay the insurance. Those are the two things I have to pay. Otherwise, they can either impound your car or they won't take the car away, but you can't drive your car. So, what's the point, Like like everything that we try to claim as ours, you always gotta pay taxes on it. Like, shoot, can we just, claim it as ours and like not worry about it? Like, come on now. But no, it's, I feel like we're a slave to the government and so on and so forth. Um, you know, I know kids is not cheap. Um, they're really expensive out here in America. Now, if you go into other country, then you be fine. But here out in America, because the inflation is so high, it's hard to get diapers. It's hard to get baby formula. It's hard to get all those things. And I can see why we starting to have a little bit low population out here in America because everything is starting to be expensive. And so on and so forth, man. You know, I would say there's like no freedom. And here's another thing. Food. Let's talk about food a little bit. Um, so yes, we could grow our own food and things of that nature, but I think even if we have to grow our own food, like the government, there you have to grow certain numbers of it. If you grow like too much of it, then the government will take over and take some of your food, I think. Not positively, but allegedly. I think that they could t- take it if you grow too much of it. Um, but either way, um, the food, even the food cost is really high, and they put that GMO and that chemical stuff onto the food would cause us to have diabetes, could cause us to have um cancer and all the sickness. Where when I was doing research in other countries and check out all their food, and things of that nature. It's like they don't do that. They actually banned all of that stuff. And I'm like thinking like, man, I feel like America is more like a death country because all the chemical and stuff that's in the food. Like, and I'm the type of guy that wants to be healthy, like really healthy, you know. And I also heard, through the food research that the food or they take out fiber in the food that cause us to be full. They take those out to make us to eat more, to make us buy more. And if we get sick, it make the pharmaceutical company buy more medicine. It won't cure the disease, but it will like um, help with the symptoms or stop the symptoms, but it won't cure the disease. And it's like our country is money hungry. Like America, all they want is just money, 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 money. That's all they care about. They don't care about people. They don't care about food. They don't care about the place that you own. If you don't pay your taxes, they either take you to jail or they take, you know, food or not food. They take your home away, or they can even take your car away, or they could garnish your paycheck and take some of the money out of your paycheck. And it's just, man, it's just crazy all the way around. You know, I'm thinking, back in like biblical time, like I feel like America is becoming like, Roman soldiers, and that all these tax collectors and the debts are the government. And so it's like the government is more like a tax collector, and they could take whatever amount of money that they want from you, and so on and so forth. And it's just it's crazy. It's really crazy. And I just wish like I just totally wish like, American can change in here. Um, so to speak. But uh, um I mean, I really believe this is what I believe. I believe that America is a slavery country. I mean, here's another example. Okay. Let's say, you got let's say you got a felony for like DUI. Something stupid like DUI, or let's say you got a felony for child support. That's another one that I usually consider that more of a slavery, depending on the person. Now, I will say this: one a guy who's no good for nothing, he should you should get a child support on him, and he should be like in jail. But I do see a lot of hardworking dude that is paying child support and everything else. But like if they have one or two late payments, you get a penalty. And then if you get like more than three, four, five, so to speak, and you tried your best, even it's not not the amount that should be paid, but you're struggling, they take you to jail, and then they'll give you a felony on top of that. Like you, Like, man. And then here's one I really, really don't like is the alimony. You know, when um when a guy, I'll say this, when a girl divorces their husband, okay, when they divorce their husband, they go to court, this and that, and then they're having them pay the alimony. May the husband pay the alimony. Like, how screwed up the system is, And like I see that online doing my research and things like that. Like this, it's crazy out here in America. Uh and to be honest, I thought this country is supposed to be home. I think it's home of the free or free of the brave or something like that. But I thought this country is freedom. I thought we'll have a lot of freedom. Well, we do have freedom to, go everywhere we want, but we don't have any freedom financially. That's the issue that we're discussing about is we have no freedom financially. Everywhere we go, we have to pay. Everywhere we live, we have to pay. You know, we have to pay rent. It's like this. You don't pay property taxes, they take your home away. If you don't pay your insurance, you can't drive your car. If you don't pay your license plate, they um, take you away. Or they won't take you away. You can't drive your car. Or they take your license. Not your license. If you don't pay for your license, you can get in trouble or go to jail because you're driving with expired license. Like everywhere we go, it's like we are not free. We are not free at all. It's not just, black and white. It's everybody. You know, we all need to stand up together and like take our freedom back. Like, you know, if the I would say that if I was the government, like, and this person bought a house and bought a property, they don't need to pay taxes on those things. Like, no, if they bought it, it's theirs. Now, if they have to make mortgage payment and all that, then yes, you can do property taxes. But if you own a home and you own a property, no, you don't need to pay taxes. But the government is forcing people to pay taxes. You know, it's really messed up. Another thing I want to talk about is the criminals. So people, let's say, have a felony and trying to find a job. Like, okay, I did my time. Great. When we go out in the field, try to get a home, try to, live in an apartment, try to, trying to get a job. It's like you can't get a job anywhere. And I'll be honest with you, I really think America has a lot more homeless people than any other country around the world. I'm not positive, but I can like look it up and see. Um, just hold on right there. Um, so I would say, and according to um well, I mean Wikipedia is not that great, but anyways, um it was saying that in January of 2023, more than 650,000, according to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, are homeless. They're homeless. Like, that's crazy. And, and I'm trying to think, like, what's going on? Like, so, how do I say this? I don't know if we're like the most homeless country, but I know we're up there. We are definitely up there. Most definitely. So, um, and it's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. Um, but yeah, I was trying to, I'm sorry, here, looking up, each data and things like that. So, um, it's just, I don't know, it's ridiculous. But leave me a comment on my YouTube page. I mean, do you think America um is a slavery country? Are we all slave to the government, as I should say? Are we all a slave to the government? Financially. Um, Not physically, just the financial part. Are we all slaves to the government financially? Just, leave me a comment. Um, and then I know for the criminal system, you already know that we are a slave to the system too, because the government has to put a stigma into our thing saying that, and I can understand some parts of it, but man, if they have that, it has to be like certain things. So like for example, if the person has, let's say, a felony for not paying child support, you should give him a job. You should let him work. You should let him do what he needs to do so that he can get the money and pay for his child support. Because the system is really messed up and it's putting the stigma into people's lives and it's breaking them down. Here's another one. Um, let's say tampering with evidence. Um, okay, so he has a felony for tampering with evidence. Does that mean he should not get a job? Like, come on, America. You should give him a chance. You should look into it. Now, if he was in jail for, let's say, murder, theft, or I hate saying this, but um, kind of know what it is. It's starts with the I would say predator. Yes, predator. I can't say anything else because I don't want to get dinged by the YouTube, but uh the SD, or not SD, SO. So uh so though I would say those are the three things: one for murder, one for theft, one for, let's say, asshole or whatnot, or one who's a predator. Those are the three. No, don't. I'll understand not hiring them, but hiring like someone who has like drug possession or something like that. You know, hire those people because I'm pretty sure they did that for a reason because they trying to live. They are homeless. They have nowhere to go. So hire those people. You know, hire everyone else. But like, um, even hire like DV, what they call it, domestic violence. Like, hire those people as well. Now, I agree if they did the assault, then yeah, I wouldn't mess with you. But it's like, come on now. Like it's ruined, people's lives. Um and here's another thing. See, what I probably would have done is I probably would have like, okay, if I own a business, I would hire people who has felonies and things like that because I know what they went through, you know. But it has to be a certain kind, I'm not going to hire someone um who steals right off the street. I won't hire that type of person. Or I won't hire someone who murders, um things of that nature. DUI, yeah, I'll hire them. Just make sure you take the car away and have them drive by bus or somebody picks them up. I mean, that's what I would have done. But still, like, I mean, this country is like, I don't know, really screwed up. And then you have the inflations on top of that. Not only that, America, especially the Democrat Party, they're just giving money to everyone else except for our country. Our country needs to be fixed. Our country needs to take all the 650,000 homeless people off the street and have them and give them jobs, you know. Um our country needs to lower the mortgage interest rate. They also need to lower the what was it? The rent on the apartment. Like, y'all younger people, the Gen Z, the Gen Xers, the millennials, we need to stand together and we just need to get all those politicians and all those people out. Now, I'm not a, a politician, well, not a politician. I'm not into like the politician stuff, but I'm just saying like this country needs to change. We need to, come together and fix this country and have the Democrat Party not um not spread the money or not give money to all foreigners. And not only that, the migrant situation. I heard like there's like a bunch of migrants coming in and like, doing crazy stuff. Like, and they're giving money to migrants. That's it's ridiculous. The government needs to give money to the people, to the citizen, to all the citizens. They really need to give money to all the citizens and get this country fixed. I even see some like because I went to the store one day. Went to the store yesterday. forgot to tell it my fiance this, but I went to the store yesterday and I see the guy on a wheelchair, homeless. Like he's homeless, and I think he's a veteran, which is really messed up. He's a veteran, he's on a wheelchair, and he's homeless. He's disabled. Like, it really upsets me that the government is not doing anything about it. The government is not taking care of people, taking care of the citizens that need help the most. I would say, you know, all the church, I would say all the churches, we need to come together and help the people who are homeless. You know, give them food, give them shelter, give them something, um, because they need help the most. Especially the people who are disabled that are homeless. They need help the most because they don't have any care. They don't have nobody to care for them, and they need all the care that they need. So I'm just saying, like, we need to come together and just help those people who are homeless and things of that nature. Um, I don't, I don't know how to say this, but it's, it, I don't know, but um, I would say, thank you for watching this channel. I did try my best, with the topic, but this is a good discussions that you guys should leave on the chat. Is America a slavery country? Why or why not? Give me a reason. What needs to change? You know, so on and so forth. Also, um, I need you guys to subscribe to my channel. Um, it will help with the algorithm. Um, it will help with a lot of stuff. Because in the future, I'm thinking about like hiring some people. I just need 1,000 subscriber or more. Um, because I actually do want to hire some people. Just not right now because I don't have the income for the podcast and everything. But like I want to hire more and more special needs people um that can show the video, edit and all things like that, and tell the story about different things not only in their lives but like what they see in video and doing the contents and things of that nature. I want to hire like people who are deaf so that they could do sign language on YouTube, or I want to hire people who are blind so like they'll tell like their story and what needs to change in the special needs community. um, People who has autism. I like to hire people who has autism. Um, I know if because I have Liz in my group, and like I would like to, let's say, hire her doing the podcast and just tell the story. Um, but yes, please subscribe to my channel so that I can get some of the people in here besides me, and they can spread the words. Um, and I want to build more on my content. So thank you very much um for watching. But back to the question, is America a slavery country? Think about it.